Hey, how's it going, guys? Matt here from ADC, Applied Defense Concepts, LLC. Bringing another quick look on a product here. Not necessarily the Glock. We've all seen that, but talking about the holster itself, the Serpa holster. Lots of conflict with the Serpa holster for a number of different reasons. As you can see, this holster's been through quite a bit, and as of the other day, broken. Yeah, look at that. Would you want to rely on this holster to save your life, to keep your firearm from being taken? Quick backstory on this holster. I've carried this holster for a long time. Many years ago, I carried it for a few years. This was my primary holster while I was on duty, and I got into quite a few tussles while carrying this holster. Altercations and things when I was detaining people or whatever else that I was doing, and it's held up for a really long time. You can see that it's got quite a bit of stuff caked on there from traveling and going wherever it is that I was going, visiting weird places, and it's held up for a really long time. But the other day, I picked this holster up, and it's been a long time since I've used it, but for the application that I was carrying a gun, I really wanted something that was outside the waistband, but really small, and this is all that I had handy. I've got quite a few holsters that I can use for this specific gun, but we'll go into those another day. Today we're talking about the Serpa, and a few things that could go wrong with this holster is this mechanism here. This is what allows you to take your firearm out of the holster. It's locked in until you push that button. Most people watching this probably already know that, and the controversy is with this mechanism. Debris, rocks, lint, anything that gets inside there could stop that mechanism from working. And there's a pretty famous video out there of a guy taking a firearms course outside, and he can't get his sidearm out, and they're unable to get his sidearm out because there's gravel, rocks, pebbles, whatever stuck in there, and they can't get his gun out. So pretty vital. It's a pretty serious thing if you can't get your gun out in a gunfight. So I've never had that happen before in several years of using this holster. I'm probably not going to replace anything like on this and never use it again. If anything, I may take these screws out, take this whole paddle off, and I may screw this into something like into a vehicle or something just so I can mount the gun inside somewhere. Make sure that if you do that, you do so legally in whatever jurisdiction that you're in. So would I recommend this holster, the Blackhawk Serpa holster? Probably not. There's a lot better holsters on the market. I know that there's going to be lots of guys in the comments below saying, I'd never used a Serpa holster. Those are probably the same guys that when these first came out, they were all the rage. They probably were wearing them too. I guarantee you, I mean, law enforcement as a whole was using Serpa holsters, and a lot of military guys were. A lot of military guys still use them. I personally wouldn't anymore. Again, I pulled this out of a box that I had. All the gun guys and gals out there know you've got crates of holsters, and one day you dig through it and you're like, oh, let me just try this out again. That's kind of what happened here. And when it broke, I was sitting inside of a vehicle, and it was on my right hip, and I just sat down, and I guess what enough was enough, and it just cracked. And this stabbed me in the side pretty good. So, and say what you want about paddle holsters. I've never had one. Never had an issue with any of them coming off. I would recommend that you go with something that mounts to the belt, like this. Personally, I'm a fan of the quick detach. I hate having to weave my belt in through the holster. That's kind of a nightmare, especially when you go from overt to covert pretty quickly, and you're in my line of work, you need to switch out really quickly. So this has been a quick look at the Serpa holster. Do what you want, carry whatever you want. Just realize that if you carry something cheap, it's probably going to break. Invest in the quality gear. This holster here is a Safariland. This is what I carry when I'm serving warrants or doing other things that I want to be overt and not covert. Most of the time I'll use this holster to carry inside the waistband. This is the G-Code Incog collaboration with Haley Strategic Partners. It's a great holster. I'll do a review on this in the near future. But if I'm going covert, I'll carry in this inside the waistband. If I'm going overt and I need a weapon light, I'll carry this Safariland holster. I've got a couple of these. These are good quality holsters, thumb drive. Most of the time, they come with a hood on them. I usually take that off. I don't need that. That's just too much. So I appreciate you taking a look at this review.
this quick look at the Blackhawk Serpa holster for the Glock 19, 23, and whatever models that Blackhawk Serpa comes in. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.